Hey everybody! Blowing 00 Cabbage here, back for another video of recent vinyl finds. This is somewhat of a long overdue video. I've been meaning to make this video for a while. I finally have some time to do it, and I'm going to do it. So, I have so many great records to share with you guys. I've been really focusing on a particular artist that I will show you in a second. Few things that I'd like to say. If you haven't gotten your pictures into the record shelves picture thing that John's doing, it's recordshelves@yahoo.com. Check it out. Send your photos there. Be a part of this. It's really fun. This is what being in a community of like-minded music people is all about. Making it somewhat like a community, you know, where everybody sort of contributes a little bit, which is really what it's all about. So there's that, and what else? There was a few other things. I should have made a list, but I didn't. I'm getting old, and I got a lot of things on my mind. Kid any day. So yeah, everything is super healthy though. Like going forward right now, like everything is as it should be. So we'll see. Congratulations to Zeke on your little boy Ronan. Awesome. Fantastic. Cool to see him in your last video. You should do a video where you're kind of holding him. I'm going to be doing that to introduce everybody. I think you might have already, actually. Sorry, anyway. I know the music's loud in the background, but I want you to hear a little bit of this. This is that exploding meat that I was talking about in my previous video. But check this out. Really cool stuff. Listening to track 6 called Birdman. Just great stuff. Okay, sorry. Just wanted to do somewhat of a needle drop, but it's a CD. Excuse me. All right, onto the records. What is it? 3 minutes in and I haven't even shown a freaking record yet. So here we go with the records. We're going to start off with mind-blowing records. Absolutely obsessed. I love that about music sometimes, where you can get really, really focused and you get in almost into the groove, basically, for lack of a better word. That you just really focus on one particular artist. I did that I'm still doing that actually with 70s era Miles Davis, which I am absolutely obsessed with, seriously. And I picked up there's another one in here that it's going to be really cool to show. Pepsi's making me a little hyper. I don't drink coffee, so whenever I get caffeine into me, I just blah, 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 blah. Alright, anyway, the artist I'm talking about is Frith-Sanders. Check this shit out. Frith-Sanders, live at the East. Woo! Man, this is good. This is so good. And I figured out, you know, aside from Frith-Sanders himself and his absolutely incredible sax playing, the people he has playing with him really make the music that much more special and unique. This one is on ABC Records, released in 1972, the year I was born. Can't believe that this kind of stuff was being made the year I was born. But this also comes with the original ABC Dunhill Records sleeve, which is kind of boring. What's the point of that? What is that supposed to say for a record company? I am staring off into the horizon, imagining wonderful jazz music. I don't get it. But anyways, Check it out on Impulse. Absolutely, if you can see that, it's so damn clean, it's ridiculous. Thank you, Second Spin, for this. Anyways, what really floors me about almost all Frith-Sanders albums, and there are more. Oh, I hit the honey hole. Is his percussion. Man, he has such incredible percussion people. But just the lineup alone, like, just look. Stanley Clarke, Cecil McBee, Joseph Bonner, Norman Connors, Lawrence. Just unbelievable amount of great, fantastic people playing on these albums. And man, it's hard. It's seriously, the more Frith-Sanders I get, the more difficult it is to find a favorite. And Fred, I just watched your video that you did yesterday, I think, and the one that you picked up is on my radar. I forget the name of it now, but it's one I don't have, and it looks fucking good. But Frith-Sanders Live at the East on Impulse. Awesome. All right, another Frith-Sanders. This, I was this close to saying, oh, this one's my favorite, but it's one of my many favorites of Frith-Sanders. Frith-Sanders, Deaf, Dumb, Blind. Oh my goodness, this is killer. I love that artwork on the back too. It's a little psychedelic. There's the inside. I'll let the record fall out. Check it out. I'm telling you, Norman Connors, Frith-Sanders, you can't go wrong with any of them, man. It's the same. I'll just show the record. It's gonna be kind of a long video, sorry, but I don't make them very often. And if you want to stick around, stick around. If not, then that's fine too. You know, it's totally fine. Whatever works. I'm making this for people who want to watch, I guess. Stick around. I hate that. I hate it when they don't go in properly. I'll do it later. All right. Another, oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to say what year this was. This was released in, this is also on ABC Dunhill, Impulse. This was released, I don't know, one of those years. Alright, so another Frith-Sanders that I picked up. I only listened to one side of this so far, I think. Yes. This is Frith-Sanders, Village of the Pharaohs, featuring vocalist Demetrius Brown. Now I don't mind like the sort of the mantras and stuff like that happens quite a lot in Frith-Sanders' music, but flat out singing I can do without. I'd rather, it's like Derek Higgins said, it's the music that I'm after. Seriously, it is. It's the music. But check out those photos. Making history, these guys, man. Unbelievable. Such incredible music. Released in 1973, so it's probably directly after the previous one with the original. I never understood. I still don't understand how this says anything about records. But maybe family, we're family, your music should be your family. I don't know what they're trying to say. But you know what? Maybe I showed this one already because I seem to remember showing this, which was inside. You know what? I think I did show this. Anyways, I had all my Frith-Sanders out because can someone, if you can remember, this is a crazy request, but I've misplaced one of my Frith-Sanders records. I'm pretty sure I bought it, like, and I just can't find it. And I went back in my own videos and tried to see if I showed it and when I showed it, so that I could figure out perhaps what records it would be in if it was misfiled or whatever, you know. Because I really want to find it. It's Frith-Sanders Karma. I know I'm pretty sure I bought that record a while back, but I can't find it anywhere. And I've called people who I thought I may have loaned it to, and I didn't. They don't have it. Anyways, that's that. Okay, I'm going to pick up the pace here a little bit because I just gush about Frith-Sanders there. So, next up, oh, is that the end for music? No. All right. So next up, $15 I found this for, which I feel is a steal. An original on Ralph Records. This is Fred Frith, Speechless. And believe it or not, I still haven't had a chance to listen to this. I just picked this up not too long ago. It's in absolutely impeccable condition in every single way. And I showed this to my wife Amy, and she's like, "What an awful cover! Why would they put that picture on the cover of a record? That's awful. That's distressing." I'm like, "Yeah, it kind of is, you know, but whatever." Then I showed her all these ones. She burst into tears. No, I'm just joking. She didn't like the cover. But check this out. Nice original Ralph Records. I love that. It's so cool. And then, like, you know, a catalog of sorts on the other side. And Fred Frith, of course, is an experimental guitarist, jazz guitarist. But he's dabbled in a little bit of everything. Look how clean that is. It's absolutely just impeccably clean. Released in 1981 on Ralph Records, of course. This came out after or before? Oh, I can't even remember the name of the album. My brain's not working today. But so chuffed, as they say, to get this. I know Derek is a big fan of Fred Frith and Big Star 1000. Anders, I'm sure you are too. So this was also, I was so happy to find this. I downloaded this like years and years ago, and every once in a while it'll come up in rotation on my iPod, and I'm just always floored by it every time it comes up. But it's Bill Laswell's bass lines. This is so good. Fred Frith plays on this too, and what else? Who else plays on it? David Moss, Philip Wilson, Michael Beinhorn. This is funky, experimental, like sort of post-punk in ways. It really does touch upon a lot of different genres, and just absolutely amazing. On the Elektra Musician label, came out in 1983. Oh, this is a subsidiary of Celluloid. I didn't know that, but it came with this nice original open letter with a catalog on the other side. Man, I would love to find some of these records. I never even seen some of these in the wild. Eric Gale, what an awesome guitar player he is. I have that Material record right there. I have that. But this is the open letter to, like, you know, basically say this is our experimental and like exploratory part of Elektra. You know, there's Chick Corea's signature. It's the only one I really see so far. Chico Freeman, Bobby McFerrin. Anyway, Bill Laswell, bass lines, amazing. Picked this up for, of all prices, 99 cents. It was in a discount bin at a local record store, not Second Spin, but Backstreet Records. And I really enjoyed this. I've never heard, at least knowingly, modern English before. But this is Ricochet Days on 4AD. That's why I picked it up, because it's on 4AD, you know? And, you know, so I picked it up. And it's really good. It's really, really creative. Like, instruments I didn't expect, like cello, and it's really cool, actually. Modern English with the original inner sleeve. On Beggar's Banquet. So nice to get that, actually. Really nice. I'm gonna be keeping my eyes out for the other one by them. I think it has a couple horses on the front of it. This is another really great pickup for $2. The Weather Report. This is fantastic. With Joe Zawinul. Is that how you say his name? Yeah. Alfonso Johnson on bass. Anything he touches is freaking awesome. Anyway, really, really cool pickup. A little bit of ring wear. It was cheap though. That's the thing. It was only like $2 or something. But I'll show you the actual vinyl on the Red Columbia. Again, like super clean. For $3, I couldn't pass it up. You know, it's funny. I was thinking about. I just finished watching Zeke Geek's video where he was saying, "I can't die with all these records." And you know, it makes a lot of sense. It really does. And as hard as it is to let go of records, I have for a long time been going through and bringing in records that I haven't listened to in a very long time, and that I probably won't listen to. Like, you know, I don't know. A lot of people would probably like these records, but they're just not my bag kind of thing. So I've been taking them in, and they give me pretty good trade at second spin, and I've just been like spinning the herd, slow but sure. You know, I do it like cubicle by cubicle. So each time I go to second spin, I'll bring some. You know. And he's right. Why do we need all these records? It's nice to have. It's nice to have a wonderful like library, like encyclopedic collection, but at the same time, there's no way we can listen to them all. I mean, this personally speaking, you know, to those who want to, you know, to each their own, whatever you want to do. But for me, I'm going to be constantly thinning the records to the ones I really, really want, that I know I'll listen to, you know, that I can hopefully look at and say, no regrets here. I'm going to be getting rid of this, like, you know, 5-10 years down the road. I'm not going to say, oh, why did I get rid of that Aretha Franklin record or whatever, you know, just, you know what I mean? Anyway, speaking of which, this is what I'm keeping. This is a new release that I bought. This was sealed when I bought it. It was only 23 bucks, but I really wanted to have it because it's a pivotal point in Miles Davis's career where he played the Isle of Wight festival, and he wowed people with his new setup, and it was just, people either loved it or hated it, but there was a lot of like sort of deadhead and hippies and stuff like that in the crowd, and they were like supposedly quite floored by this. It was, I remember reading or seeing that in a documentary, Miles Davis. But this is a direct metal mastering release of Miles Davis's Isle of Wight concert. Now, I'm not sure if it's the entire concert. I don't think it is. It's just, maybe it is, I don't know, but it's Call It Anything. That's, and the story goes, like, when Miles Davis was finished and they said, well, what do we call this? What, you know, and he's just like, call it anything. So they called it anything. Literally, Call It Anything, part 1. And then as an extra bonus, they put a really, really wonderful and, I don't know, emotional, to be honest, version of Time After Time, recorded live at the Munich Philharmonic Concert Hall in 1988. So this is on the Vinyl Passion label. It comes with really nice inner sleeves, really nice heavy inner sleeves. The album itself is probably 200 gram. It's very, very heavy, very clean. Sound, I was so impressed with the actual quality of the music itself. Like, the way it was recorded, it sounds amazing. And if you want, seek this out if you're a fan of Miles Davis's electric period. This was when he was playing with Miles Davis on trumpet, Gary Bartz on saxophone, Chick Corea on keyboards, Keith Jarrett on keyboards, Dave Holland on bass, Jack DeJohnette on drums, and Erto Morietta on, percussion. Amazing record. Where are we at? Oh, not bad. Shit, I thought it was over 20 minutes. All right, I'm gonna breeze through these. This is one I picked up, believe it or not, for $5. Pretty much just someone probably bought it, listened to it once, and then didn't like it. Excuse me. The Ugly Suit, based out of Chicago. Yeah. So I'm wondering, Robbie Olivox, Rob Paniques, Chris Cole. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of these guys, but this is really, really fun, sort of psychedelic, tinged folk music, with really wonderful musical passages where they just really kind of explore. It's really cool stuff, actually. I'm quite liking this, and this was released in 2008 on Quarterback Records. I gotta check this out. Excuse me. Quarter Stick Records. Yeah, 2008. There's the. Yeah. So, anyway, that was really good pickup for like $5. I mean, any kind of newish record that looks interesting. This really looked interesting to me. I pick it up if it's cheap enough. My first and only Vangelis record, and I love it. This is friggin' great. Vangelis Direct. This is part of a series I read about this. Comes with the original inner, explains what's going on back here. I read it, but I can't remember. It's part of a trilogy, I think. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I'm not gonna get too into it, but really wonderful electronic music. Somewhat experimental at parts, but I really quite enjoyed this actually. It's has a very Vangelis definitely. Those who don't know, he did the soundtrack for Chariots of Fire, which is very what I would call cinematic music. But really cool actually. Vangelis, I got this cheap too, at $5 or something. Here's another $5 score, Kraftwerk Cafe or Electric Cafe. Released 1986. I love the artwork that Kraftwerk puts into their albums. It's really cool. This is just I don't know if this is an EP or not, but it's on what is it? Kling Lang product. Anyway, Warner Brothers released anyways, but loved this record actually. I'm just starting to kind of delve into Kraftwerk now, and it's amazing how ahead of their time they actually were. They're just, man, electronic music. All right, so I only have 2 more records to show, guys, and then that's it for this edition of Vinyl Finds. Oh man, this is so good too. Especially the track Transfiguration. Is that right? Yeah. With spoken introduction by Alice Coltrane. This is live, released in 1978 on Warner Brothers. A double LP by Alice Coltrane, John Coltrane's wife. It's got Alice Coltrane on piano and organ, Reggie Workman on bass, Roy Haynes on drums. That's it. And this is absolutely mind-blowing. This, honestly, this is another, between Frith-Sanders and Alice Coltrane, I want to collect everything that I can find by each artist. It's absolutely amazing. I'm so happy to find this. I found this at Second Spin. I think it was really reasonably priced too. I mean, there's a little bit of damage, you know, to the actual whatever, but that never really bothers me, to be honest. I'm not a collector for, you know, pristine quality of, you know, everything. I just want to hear the music. But anyway, this was like $15, I think it was, for a double LP. Wonderful score. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Highly recommended this, guys. Highly recommended. And then the last record I picked up was kind of a shot in the dark. This was only $2 too. And I mean, I've got other albums by these guys that I absolutely love. And this has wonderful moments. But as a whole, it's not the strongest album, in my opinion. Amon Duul's 2, Made in Germany. For, like I said, $3 or something like that. I couldn't pass it up. On the Atco label. With the original inner sleeve too. Lyrics. I think that's what kills it for me, man. The excessive singing and lyrics and stuff. But anyway, that's just me. Atco. So thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it, and I'll talk to you guys soon. The next time I see you guys, I will probably have my son in my arms, and that's going to be so bloody exciting because it's been driving me crazy, like just waiting. I'm so excited, and I'll excuse me. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks a lot. Viva La VC.